And welcome back on your Saturday heading into the evening. It's still pretty warm out there. We're actually still sitting where our afternoon high temperatures were, which are near 90 degrees. It's going to stay in the 80s for the rest of the evening, and then look at tonight. We'll eventually drop into the upper 70s. A little muggy late tonight, and then tomorrow heading into Sunday, another hot one. Humidity not terrible just yet, and a few storms are possible for your Sunday afternoon. Notice a little bit of a north breeze tomorrow at times, so that coupled with some drier air up aloft, it's not going to be terribly humid tomorrow. Of course, it's not bone dry, but it is not August humidity just yet. So watching for a few storms tomorrow, but after that, the rest of the work week looking dry, even into Friday, Saturday. Rain chances not zero, but they are going to be fairly low. And the reason we're so dry this week, a big ridge of high pressure is going to be building in, and that ridge of high pressure in the June months, that equals some heat. And boy, we're about to heat up. These are actual afternoon high temperatures, not heat index values, compared to our average high of 89, 91 tomorrow, 92 Monday. Look at Tuesday and Wednesday creeping closer to the mid-90s, and then Thursday and Friday probably going to be our hottest days in the next 7 days in the mid-90s. Our records, Thursday record 95, we'll get close to tying it, may beat it. And Friday the record is 96. I have us to 94. And some of our guidance has us in the upper 90s, with even some spitting out a triple digit here and there. Now, I don't see us getting to 100 degrees on Thursday, but some locations will probably be in the upper 90s. So it will be hot and way above our average high of 89 this time of year. Went back and looked at May, because nearly every single day on the month of May was above average. There was a couple days that were below, but most were above. And when you look at all the final numbers here, it was the second hottest May on record. Number one was 2000. The average temperature was 80.1. We missed it by 0.1 degrees, and we actually tied 2018. That was also a pretty hot May. So definitely one of our hottest ones on record. And you might be thinking, well, with our temperatures running so, above normal, what is that doing to the Gulf temperatures? Well, the Gulf temperatures, as we now are into hurricane season, they are running above average. Now, they're hottest right near the shelf here where the waters are shallower. They're really heating up thanks to the hot weather we've had inland. And your sea surface temperature anomaly, that's just comparing it to the average, is running nearly 5 degrees above average near the coastline. Now, the further you get into the Gulf, it's less dramatic, but the waters are warmer than normal, so that leads a lot of people to think, oh boy, what does this mean for hurricane season? Well, it's important to remember, and I preach this all hurricane season long, there's a lot more to forecasting a hurricane in the tropics than the water temperature. And this is an example of water temperature is not everything. This was potential tropical cyclone 1, still is. It's sitting off the coast of Florida there. This was the track of it. Notice it moved right over the loop current. And remember, the loop current is that fetch of warm water that comes up from the Caribbean, loops into the Gulf, and then comes back down. This is the deepest, hottest water we have in the Gulf. And when a storm runs over it, it can intensify if the wind shear is low and if there's no dry air. That happened in Ida, that happened in Katrina, that happened in Rita and some of our bigger storms. But in this case, notice, went right over the loop current, didn't do a thing, didn't even intensify at all. So the loop current, it just tells you where there could be additional resources, but you got to have low wind shear and dry air, and lack of dry air, and we just didn't have that. This is what's left of potential tropical cyclone 1, still trying to get its act together. All the rain now heading into the Atlantic, and it does still have a chance to become Alex as it moves north and east, close to Bermuda by about Monday. So it'll bring them some choppy seas and some rainfall. Also, rip current risk for the Carolinas will be elevated over the next several days as well. So if it does become more organized, it would get the name Alex. We will see if it does it. But it is hurricane season. We're not worrying about anything locally right now, so we'll hold that as long as we can. 7-day forecast. It is going to get hotter and hotter as we head into the upcoming week. Afternoons in the mid-90s and mostly dry. The same